Hello from Clio Cloud Conference 2018 in the one and only New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm Jared Correia, and I'm here with two fantastic guests. First, I have
Megan Zavieh.
And then I have
Jess Birken.
And we're on the road with Legal Talk Network. And we're back. Thank you so much for joining us on the road. I'm making air quotes right now, on the road. It's a pleasure to be here in the Big Easy. And today we're talking about productizing law practice, firms, etc., which is probably very scary to anyone listening, but we're trying not to let you be scared. Before we get started, we'd like to thank our longtime sponsor, Clio, whose conference is being featured in this series of episodes. If you like what you're hearing, why not check out their conference for real, along with 1,500 other legal professionals at next year's 2019 Clio Cloud Conference. For more information, visit cliocloudconference.com. That's C-L-I-O, cloudconference.com. Now that we've told people what they need to do next year and to come hang with us in New Orleans, actually maybe not, maybe someplace else, maybe some unidentified beach location. Ooh. Rumors abound. Let's get to it. So let's talk with these folks about productizing the practice of law. I had to find my notes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start. What the hell does that mean?
Well, that's a great way to ask it. It means scaling.
I'm asking on behalf of lawyers who do not know.
Yeah. So,
that's fair.
I mean, that's fair because it's like, what is a digital information product, right?
Yeah, and that was,
yes.
So we presented this topic today, and when we did, that was like one of the first questions, like, what is a digital information product? And it's a Kindle book. It's a YouTube video telling you how to fix your dishwasher. It's anything online.
Literally, because that would be delightful.
Those are totally.
Okay.
Hey, I used one recently. My dishwasher was leaking. It was very helpful. Some repair guy decided to film himself fixing my style of dishwasher. It was great.
Awesome.
No, but in law, it's a scalable product that is available online through some various means. I mean, it could be through a downloadable PDF, an online course, a video series, lots of things that in terms of the form of delivery, but it's something where someone can go onto an online product and get the legal information they need to solve a problem.
Yeah.
That's a different way of thinking about how to run a law practice and sell law practice.
Exactly.
All right, Jess, go ahead. I'm sorry. I stepped on you there.
It's just something we don't see in the legal industry, and there's maybe a handful of people that are actually doing these, myself and Megan included, along with like Aaron Levine and Aaron Gershenzang, lawyerist.
There are people who are starting to do it. So like as
Absolutely.
a law firm consultant, I see people pricing their services, packaging their services in different ways, but it's absolutely a new thing. So can you talk to me about the legal industry generally? Like, why are they not doing this? I have heard that lawyers are generally behind on this stuff, but is that true?
Oh, yes.
So lawyers,
it's totally
lawyers
true.
are not technologically savvy, marketing forward. This is what you're telling me?
Well, they're
sure?
lawyers.
You know this.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I mean, as an industry, we are so far behind. I mean, there are people packaging their services, but we're not talking about like, hey, you pay me a flat fee for my hourly time as a lawyer. We're talking about, a discrete product that someone can purchase or download or opt into for free. It's not you and me with a client relationship and I'm trading time for money, billing you out,
It sounds like a beautiful thing. And I think more lawyers should be doing this.
So do we.
Okay, so here's the question. I think we know what we're talking about, right? So like, how do you get, so Megan, you gave some examples, but how do you get started doing this? If you're like average Joe or Josephine?
Average
is
Joe
that the
lawyer.
female of
Jane, average Jane.
Average Jane. Average Jane or Joe Doe lawyer. How would you start doing this?
Well, first you sort of identify what you want to create because there are so many options, and I think it's sort of overwhelming at times, but you kind of pick a problem that you have expertise in solving, something that your clients have this issue and you figured out how to solve it in your law practice.
Yes.
And you distill it into the smallest little pieces so that you can really identify one starting point that you can productize.
So
That's pretty good.
I can give an example.
Yes.
So for me, the product that I created basically is the advanced education that I wish my clients had before they did an initial consult with me. So my practice area is nonprofit law. I meet with lots of people who want to start nonprofits or think they want to start nonprofits.
Until they realize you don't make profits?
Yeah. Until they
They're like,
realize
wait a second.
everything's not free.
I have a question.
Yeah. So I was spending my hour consultation with them, giving them a lot of nonprofit 101 and helping them even just decide, do I want to do this or not? Now, my course is you can just go
So
learn
you're,
that
you're selling a
information.
course.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Jess's product is an online course.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
And it provides the education that they
Basic
ideally would
nonprofit
have.
information. And then the idea is they come back to you and pay you for real lawyer work.
Right. The
Air
idea
quotes.
is they pay me for a consultation, and then they're going to actually maximize the value that they get from being in that consultation with me because they've already invested the time in their education on the basic stuff.
very
So
cool
we don't
idea.
waste time on the basics. Then we just cut right into the meat and potatoes of what they want to talk about.
Awesome. Any other examples that you want to throw at me? Or beignet recipes since we're in New Orleans? Can someone throw a beignet recipe at me?
I mean, Megan, you can describe your product quick, and that's a
I had
totally
my first
different
beignet
thing.
last night, if I can digress for a
So
moment.
good.
I never had one before. They're really awesome.
They
I
are.
have to say.
They're way better
They're
than a donut.
dangerous.
So I'm Portuguese, and in Portuguese culture, we have something called a malasada, which is like flattened fried dough. And people from my home country are going to hate me, but beignets are way better. Way better. It's not even close.
Them
But go ahead.
fighting words.
Yeah, I know. The Portuguese people are going to be very angry with me. All right, Megan, what's your product?
Well, so my product is a downloadable PDF that's interactive with embedded videos and a forms library and a forum, which are all designed for self-represented lawyers facing ethics investigations
Yes,
and
because you're a
prosecutions.
malpractice lawyer, for
Right.
lack of a better term.
So I'm an ethics or State Bar defense lawyer. So I took what I do for clients and I distilled it into something that they have the instruction manual to go do it themselves. So that's another way. I mean, I think that almost anybody can look at their practice area and find at least a piece of it, which could be productized.
Well, the idea is to practice at the top of your law license, right? So you can
Absolutely.
charge more for the higher level services and get the lower level services out of the way. And then also you're kind of avoiding the tire kicker situation, which a lot of
Amen
attorneys
to
spend
that.
time with.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're providing a scalable service. I mean, there's only so many hours in the day and so many of us to go around. And we know that a lot of our legal problems aren't getting addressed. And so if we could stop wasting our time on things that could be productized and we could scale the products to reach more people, I think we could really start to solve some of that problem.
Excellent. Okay, so I want to ask you about one more thing. I'm holding this sweet business card in my hand with a pin on it. I'm afraid to take the pin off because I'm totally going to stab myself in the chest with this. This is called Hack Your Practice. Hashtag Hack Your Practice. What is Hack Your Practice?
Okay, so that's my side project where, like lawyers are just so behind the times on technology. And essentially, lawyers have been coming out of the woodwork to me locally asking me, like, how do you do this? And how do you do that?
Where's locally?
Locally is Minnesota for me. And so I'm at home, I'm viewed as like this tech savvy lawyer, and I don't know
Well,
how to
you are.
code.
You
Well,
are.
yeah.
Come now. You are a tech
All
savvy
right,
lawyer.
fine. I'll own it. But I don't know how to code. I don't know how to do a SQL server, any of those things. And so sort of my philosophy is like, you don't need to. We don't need to know those things. We can all advance. And so I'm sort of, I've got this whole philosophy that lawyers should automate, delegate, use the cloud,
Yes.
those
And
things.
so this is how you help them. with
This is
that.
my vehicle for
Okay,
trying
so,
to help
so
them.
what is the process that you go through? You help them to do this in what fashion?
Well, it's been pretty ad hoc so far.
Okay.
This is new. I'm feeling it out. I've helped a lot of people with firm departures and firm launches, like solo smalls who are
Yep.
leaving their current practice and starting their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also helping people set up online scheduling and use their tech tools better because a lot of
Gotcha.
people try to adapt the tech and then they get frustrated because there's a little bit of a learning curve.
Now, my favorite part of this is that there's prize involved. So can you talk to people about how to get this prize?
Oh, yes.
Which I believe is a big screen television. Am I wrong?
It's an all expenses paid trip to Aruba. No, just kidding.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
a giveaway for a White Glove Acuity Scheduling, which is an online scheduling tool. White Glove setup, so you're completely set up soup to nuts with all of your online scheduling needs, and or your choice of 2 hours of coaching on anything, and that could be help with your website, firm departure, starting your own practice, whatever.
Can you show me how to do a French braid?
I actually can't. Have you seen how short my hair is? Folks, I have like 1 inch long hair.
All right. I think that's a good note to end on.
And everyone should enter that, because if you could actually get some one-on-one help from Jess, she's amazing, and she can teach so much to lawyers about the use of tech in their practice.
So go to hackyourpractice.lawyer, not .com, everyone. And then there is a hashtag here, which is hackyourpractice. So check it out. Before we finish it out, wrap this thing up today, I've got one last question for each of you. If our listeners would like to follow up, how can they reach you? So let's start with Megan, because she's been quiet for a little bit. You're not giving anything away, are you?
I'm not.
All right.
I don't have any cool giveaways. But you can find me on Twitter at Zavieh Law, and my website is zaviehLaw.com.
Yes, Megan's great. Look her up. Jess?
You can find me on Twitter at Jess Birken, and if you tweet at me with that hashtag, you're entered to win.
Automatically?
Yeah.
What a deal. Well, we've reached the end of another episode of On the Road. No, actually, I'm supposed to say we've reached the end of the road for today's episode of On the Road. Goodbye, everyone.
It's been a good run.
We've had a good run. Goodbye, everyone. I would like to thank my guests, who are now laughing hysterically, for joining us today, Jess Birken and Megan Zavieh. We also want to thank our listeners for tuning in. If you like what you heard today, please rate us in Apple Podcasts, except for us, because this may be the last show we ever do. We'll see you next time for another episode of On the Road with Legal Talk Network. Someone else, not us.
If you'd like more information about what you've heard today, please visit LegalTalkNetwork.com. Subscribe via iTunes and RSS. Find us on Twitter and Facebook, or download our free Legal Talk Network app in Google Play and iTunes. The views expressed by the participants of this program are their own and do not represent the views of, nor are they endorsed by, Legal Talk Network, its officers, directors, employees, agents, representatives, shareholders, and subsidiaries. None of the content should be considered legal advice. As always, consult a lawyer.